Today I'm joined by a man, some call him a giant. They call him the Tiger. Oh, look at that, look at that.
Hey, aren't you the guy اللي بيطج الطابة?
Bounces the balls.
Bounces the ball.
The light on people's faces when I mention your name is astonishing.
This is
You wanna-
scoop. You're the only one, the first one, and the last one who will...
Appreciate it.
I couldn't live outside Beirut, literally.
You're a big fan of Beirut. You're a big
I
fan
love
of Lebanon.
Beirut to death.
The why people love you so much in Lebanon is because you never turned your back on Lebanon.
Yeah.
Hey guys, today I'm joined by a man. Some call him a giant. He's 198. It really annoys him that that additional 2 centimeters didn't make him 2 meters. They call him the Tiger. Fadi El Khatib, welcome to the show.
Habibi, thank you.
Lebanese Tiger. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Rakchi. Khatib. Go! He starts off like a house on fire.
Chance is a motivational facility for all ages. We have everything related to sport. We have a football academy, basketball academy, gym, strength and conditioning for athletes. Chance is a really one-stop shop for every parent, adult, athlete, young kids. They want to enjoy sport. This is what Chance is about.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Good?
How does it feel to be 198?
I wish I was trying, all my career to find the shoes with the 2 centimeter longer.
Yeah.
But,
I tried today. I tried to wear some additional inches. Yeah, it doesn't really help, to be honest with you.
Well, it's fine,
Yeah.
With what I've done, I'm satisfied.
Are we
My kids, I'm short, and when I stand next to my kids,
Are you serious?
I'm super short.
How old are your kids now?
207 and 205.
Okay, but how old are they? They're like
18 and 16.
So you got an 18 and 16-year-old, and they're already above 2 meters.
Yeah, they're 207 and 205.
And they haven't even stopped growing yet. Wait till they get to 21.
I would say 208 max
Yeah.
for Jihad and probably 207 for Hadi. And that's great for
Yeah.
guards in
Yeah,
basketball because they're into basketball big time.
100%. My first thought was, when you guys go to the cinema, if you're that family sitting right in front, that would annoy the hell out of me, right? You're just going to be like peering over here.
Yeah, exactly. No, but we make sure that we have a big seats.
Yeah, nice. How are these chairs? Are they comfortable for you?
No, they're fine.
Yeah, they're okay.
I wanna, I'll try to push your legs when
Look, we're going to have a bit of a fight later on, but you've got much bigger legs than I do. I was actually telling my wife before, I was thinking, if the chairs suddenly break, do we have a backup? I'm like, I don't think we do. I think we're done.
Not that much.
I can see you brought a mug with you, Fadi. What's going on here? With your family?
Well, every day I change my mug, but all my mugs are related to family. This is us, and I have me and my wife. I have Judy. I have the kids.
Yeah.
So every day I broke my favorite one. Fell down with the unicorn.
Unicorn? It was a unicorn pushed it over, or
No,
it was over
it
unicorn?
It was a unicorn.
Okay.
It was for Jury.
Okay.
A small mug, like half size of this.
Okay.
But whenever I'm drinking coffee in it, and Jury sees me.
You just break it with your massive
No,
hands.
I was putting it in on the top of on the counter, and it fell down. And I was really mad. Because Jury loves me when I'm grabbing the mug with the big hands and a small mug, and she started laughing.
I'm going to keep my distance from you. Look, everyone knows you're a big family guy, and you talk about your family a lot. And I love that. And also, you always want to come across as a normal guy, as someone who's very humble, down to earth. When I asked Fadi how do I introduce him, he told me just say call me Fadi. So he's that kind of guy, and I think. It's testament to you and your raising as a kid and now as an adult and how you are as a man. So it's great. It's great to see.
I always say we're normal people, with talent. Yeah. God gifted me skills and talent, and I achieved something in basketball, and made me famous. You have probably you're talented in what you do.
Still trying to figure that out.
Have doctors, engineers, and way more talented. I had the opportunity, to be seen, not in the days of social media, probably. If I was in the days now, it would be probably times 3 or 4
Yeah.
with the achievements we've done. But we're normal people. We play basketball. We shoot the ball.
Shoot
Like
the hoops.
there's one funny story. I was in buying fruits in
Okay.
a store. So there was a small kid, staring at me, and she was shy. She wanted to approach me and talk to me. And her mom, suddenly sees me, and she's like, "Why are you looking at the guy?" She's like, "He's Fadi." The mom heard, by my name. She never sees me playing. She sees me playing basketball. Or she came, she's like, "Hey, aren't you the guy who اللي بيطج الطابة?"
Bounces the balls.
Bounces the ball, exactly. But in Arabic, it's more, it's funnier.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I'm the guy who bounces the ball." And it's like, when you say tuj الطابة, it's
Yeah.
like,
Isn't it amazing how
it's like
someone...
we play basketball.
Yeah, someone can
you can
make
say play basketball.
Yeah, but they just make you feel like this big.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
I was
All he
like,
does, he just bounces balls
tuj الطابة.
and
I was
throws
like,
balls. Yeah.
عن جد, we're those.
Look, when you
tuj الطابة.
simplify it like that, it's just crazy how your actual life is.
yeah.
But you look, I've done a lot of research about you, and you've done a lot of different shows over the years. You do have an interesting story, but there's something that I would love to talk to you more about today, which isn't the typical cliche. Oh, you were thinking about being a footballer, but then you went into basketball. You won loads of championships. You played in China. You were compared to Yao Ming, who's better. Blah. I'm not going to go into any of that stuff. I want to talk more about what you represent to people and how you come across to people and the importance of that role and how needed it is right now in this day and age, particularly in the Middle East. So we're going to get into that a bit later on. But before I ask you any more questions, normally in my show I always ask my guests if there's a safe word. If there's a question that I'm going to ask they're not super comfortable in answering, what is their safe word? So do you have one for me?
I have 2. Okay. You pick. I have slam dunk.
Okay.
And I have, when you want to go, when you want to be in the safe place, you go to your house.
Yes.
So either house or slam dunk. So you pick.
Okay, house or slam. I'm going to go with slam dunk because
it's related to
it will
basketball.
make better for social reels later on.
Yeah.
Look, if you can try not to slam dunk anything in my house.
I will try though.
That would be, you're a big guy. By the way, do you like the picture that's behind?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Rasha has done an amazing work.
She's done a good job. Have you ever seen one of those things before on a podcast?
No.
Well, there you go.
Really nice. Rasha, probably I might need the artwork, huh?
By the way, everyone who comes on always says the same thing. So it's our pleasure. But by the way, I'm keeping that mug. So it's an exchange. You want the artwork, you have to exchange the mug. Slam dunk.
No, I'm going to pass the artwork. Though. I know Rasha will send it to Jad, and Jad will send it to me.
She's a good girl. Look, Fadi, I'm very happy to meet you. Just for you to know, I never lived in Lebanon. Okay, so Fadi El Khatib for me was someone I knew about living in England.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't like basketball. I'll be honest with you. I barely know the rules of basketball.
So you know the Fadi that بتوج الطابة.
Yeah, I know. I'm that lady. So the fact that I knew about you, I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but you reached England.
Alhamdulillah.
You reached England because you were someone that stood out at a time where people needed someone to stand out, right? I genuinely believe that when I hear people, when they talk about you, they hold you in such high esteem that they call you a hero. They call you an icon. They call you someone that they can look up to as a role model. How does that make you feel?
It's I'm honored, to be called in that way, or people see me in that way. And at the same time, it's a lot of pressure, though. You have to keep on proving to people and showing people what life is about, And this is my main reason out of social media: the hassles, the obstacles, the challenges. Because social media now is the amazing things that you can put, and what's the successful stories in your life, and no, what are the obstacles and challenges that made you reach to this point? And this is my main point of out of social media, and this is why people saw me back in the days in this picture, because when we've done the achievements for Lebanon, Lebanon was in need, coming out of war, and there was nothing, no achievements, and here you go, championships, Asian championship, Arab championship, Lebanese championship, going to the world championship, beating France and Venezuela and all the big teams. And then, the high hopes started. They are heroes. We look up to them, and they've done something for our country. They made us happy. Couple of people, they said, we were waiting for you to win, so the next day we don't go to school, because whenever Sagesse is winning a big championship or a big games or something, they will stop schools. Like, okay, next day there's no schools because it's a celebration day. So it was fun, and then the good thing is I kept my name growing in the same direction. Yeah. And the same awareness and the same vision I wanted people to see Fadi in. It was kind of successful, but it's a lot of pressure as well.
So that pressure, so you're 19, you start representing your country, okay?
Yeah.
You're 19 years old, and you shot to fame relatively quickly.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that at such a young age?
Normal. I've always been, a humble person, down to earth, no show-offs, no egos. As I said when we started, we're a normal people, with the skills and talent. Yes, we got well-known and people started to look up to us, but at the end of the day, we reached this point because of the love and respect from those people. So you can't show off or have egos or on those people.
But you know what I think it is? You gave people hope at a time when they needed it the most, right? You were that light when things were relatively dark. And usually sport is such a galvanizing effect, right? When the country needs a team to do well, if they do well, it can lift an entire nation. And if you're that star player, and you're the one who's helping lift the nation, all of a sudden, you've got the weight of expectation on those shoulders. Look, you've got big shoulders, you can take it, but... you're someone who people look up to. So even now, when people talk about you, they talk about you as, why is this guy not doing more for Lebanon? Because they love him so much, because what he stands for, what he represents, and that's hope. So there are some people in the world, some sports players in the world who have reached that within their own home country, where they carry a country, and they've ended up getting into politics, right? George Weah in football was one example. The impact that David Beckham would have in England when he went from villain to hero was ginormous. It was massive, and he helped carry a nation as well. So Lebanon needs heroes, and Inter, you're a hero.
Exactly. I was called to be the Minister of Sports 3-4 times, but at the end of the day, is it the time? Is it the right time? No. Is it the right time to work with the government that we have now, with the mess in the country now? No. Is it the right time for you to step in as an, entrepreneur, athlete, business background, politics background, whatever, I have in my character and attitude? No, it's not. Because you'll end up clapping by yourself, or, we say one hand cannot clap. Because you need a team, you need a proper government, you need a proper structure to work and to achieve. Going into a small, Ministry of Sports is a small part, very small part of a big government.
Yeah, and I know that you were approached, and I think my point is more. You're someone that the nation looks up to, not a department, right? You don't need to be a sports fan. Like I don't know anything about basketball. I don't know anything about Lebanon that much in terms of politics.
Support. No. I support. I have my teams in Lebanon. I have, I support the national team. My son is going to the national team now. I'm supporting the federation. Whatever I can, get into and support the sports and the country, and I'm doing that.
Yeah.
But now the country needs more, way more than what Fadi can give.
But why do you say that? Why does it need more than you?
A lot of corruption, man.
Okay, leave politics, corruption on one side. I'm talking more about what you represent and what the brand of Fadi El Khatib represents, and that is hope. That is someone that things can get better. A symbol. Well, you were part of the revolution. You were a symbol for the revolution, I think, a few years ago. It's building on that wave of hopefulness that I think the country needs more than anything else. The obstacles are the government. The obstacles are the politics. The obstacles are the infrastructure that's built around it. Yeah,
the people
as well.
Yeah, I mean, we are living in a country that, and the religious in Lebanon is a huge factor, and until this day, we have the big part of the people are corrupted. If you want to go into this, you'll have thousands of people and groups against you. This is, we don't have unity in Lebanon. That's the big issue.
Yeah.
Whenever someone is doing something good for the country, you'll see
people tearing it down.
People will, even if it's good and they know it's good, and they know it's supportive and he's supporting something in Lebanon, they need to pull you down.
Yeah, it's easier to destroy than it is to build. You're a troublemaker at school, right? So I heard stories where the teachers, you were super hyper, super active. By the way, you're not hyper now. You're relatively sedate, which is good.
I had two hours workout. That's why.
Yeah, a 2-hour workout. For you, what is a 2-hour workout? Climbing mountains?
No.
What are you doing?
But I have
bench pressing
small
children.
Alex, my trainer, is doing a huge job. So he knows.
Yeah.
How to, take everything out.
Drain you.
Yeah,
that's amazing that you come on my show straight after you've been drained. Fantastic. I'm super happy with Alex. You were super hyper as a kid, and the teachers used to give you a 5-minute timeout for you to start playing basketball and sort of chill out a little bit so you can come back to classroom so you can concentrate. But you've had different tests throughout your life. Famously, you always say, 15 is your number. You stopped taking money from your dad when you were 15 years old. At the same time, you met your future wife, right? So that is a lucky number. And obviously, you played with it your entire life, your entire career. But you're someone who's faced adversity from a relatively young age, especially when you're playing high competition sports. And then playing across, different countries at the elite level, winning championships. So you face the level of high competition and the challenges that you face within yourself. What are the biggest learnings that you've taken from that part of your life?
A lot. Never. Some people, they ask me, what have you done in your life that you doubted, or you felt that you don't. If you go back in time, you won't do it. I said nothing. Zero. Any decision I've taken in my life was either good or a lesson. Any decision. So I've never, even when I fail, even when I had a lot of businesses that didn't work out, and I lost money, and I had bad decisions in my life. That's fine, you learn. It wasn't that, hey, I wish I didn't do it. No, never. Because if I didn't do this, decision or job or business or anything I went into, I wouldn't learn to the next step, what I need to do. So all the decisions, the bad decisions I've taken, was amazing for me. That's the success in my story. Not the good and the baskets I've made and the dunks I've made and the winning shots I've made. No, the bad decisions were the success.
You made a crazy decision when you were 15, where you decided not to go to the US, right?
I got beaten up, man.
Yeah. So for those who don't know the story, I'm sure most do, but you were 15 years old and you You briefly see Hannah
I
via a
didn't
couple
talk
of
to
friends.
her.
Yeah, you briefly see her at a what is it, like a beach club or something? Yeah.
I had a farewell at the beach.
Yeah, you were saying you
because
were-
next day I'm traveling.
Yeah, you're going to the US, so you see her from a distance,
Yeah.
and you kind of like tell your friend to go say hi, and say hi to her, and then you go home and you tell your mum you're refusing to travel to the US because you want to marry this girl who's, by the way, 13 at the time, right?
Exactly.
Which sounds weird now,
Yeah.
but you were 15, so it's fine. So you cancel your trip to the US because you saw a girl from afar that you quite liked.
And you know, the
That's
funny
crazy.
thing, I didn't talk to her.
Yeah.
I was super shy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when you see someone that takes you to another world, and then I went home and I started unpacking next day. And I told my friend, Rami is my childhood friend. I was like, when we're going back home walking, because the beach is close to my home, I was like, I'm not traveling. He's like, Fadi, your dad gonna punch you.
He was in the military,
You're
right?
gonna-
Your dad.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, he was a military
Oh,
guy.
man. The belt, I remember the sound of the belt.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Oh,
You know,
God.
not even the hitting, just the sound
It's
of
like,
it.
go pick up the belt
Yeah.
and come. So he'll make me go pick up the belt and I used to pick up the thin belt. I don't know why. Thinking of the thick belt hurts more.
Yeah.
Although the thin belt hurts more.
Yeah.
So I was like,
By the way, you're wearing a belt now. When you
No.
wear a belt these days, you ever
no
think
belts
about...
anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
No belt at home. So I was like, she went into my room. Mom walked into my room. I was like, I'm packing. So what you doing? I was like, no. I'm not traveling. Why? Said, I saw the woman I'm gonna marry. And she's like, don't say this to your dad. It's gonna be a mess. And I had a rough night.
Yeah.
But I ended up not traveling.
Yeah. And then you spent 1 month trying to talk to her, right, through some mutual friends.
So Lama.
By the way, I knew Lama. I knew
like
Lama.
Lama.
She worked in
Yeah?
in media here in Dubai. Yes.
You met her?
Yes, I knew her.
Yeah.
She worked in Media City.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a number of years before she passed.
Yeah.
Lovely lady.
Lama is and full of energy.
Yeah.
Full of energy. So 1 month and I couldn't, get in touch with Hannah. Lama and Hannah, they grew up together. They were always together. And then I called, there is one time, I still remember Lama's house number. Imagine. So for you to
It wasn't
imagine.
15. Was it 15?
No, 305174. Wow. So for you to imagine how many times I dialed the number to check if she spoke to Hannah. So after a month, and I was calling Lama, I was like, Hannah and Lama's voice? Yani, even Lama's parents cannot recognize what's the
They can't
difference.
tell the difference.
Who's Lama and who's Hannah? And I was like, hey Lama, how are you? Kifik, did you talk to Hannah? And they're just like, about what? I was like, Lama, it's been 1 month, I'm telling you. And the questions started. What do you want from her? She's not fun. She doesn't, play around. She's, her family is very strict. And I went. I'm in love and all the story. I stopped my career. I didn't travel because of her. And the phone, and then there is no sound. No one was talking. And then, Lama's energy came. Fadi! What Fadi? I've been talking to you for the past 10 minutes. And she said, no, it was Hannah. And I hung up the phone.
Panicked.
Completely panicked. Red,
Yeah.
panicked. And I was like, I dialed the number again. And it's like, and Hannah started, getting along with what she heard. And, no, the guy is serious. And I was like, you're 13, you're thinking about this. That's amazing. So you're a mature person. And we stayed 8 years, and then we got married.
Hey, look, it's a crazy story.
Yeah.
And you're obviously married till day. What's it like for her? Because being married to someone like you, does she get recognized when she goes out?
Yeah, sometimes, but normal.
And is she the person that you confide in the most? I'm guessing you're having a tough day or going through your career, the challenges that you had to make. I'm guessing she was the one by your side the entire
Yeah,
time.
she is, but I'm a person, Luca, that doesn't bring the pressure home. You know, I try to keep it to myself. Like Hannah's issue with me is like, why you don't tell me?
Yeah.
Why you don't express? I was like,
That's every woman, by the way.
yeah, you know, why you don't, you have it?
Yeah, I think every man does.
So, you know, I try to keep the headaches to me. And I tell her, you know, I don't want to put more headaches into you, you know, into your life. You have the kids, you have the house, you have the work. So, you know, I'll manage. This is an issue. She loves to, but I know that if there is something happening, I go and talk to Hannah, and she's gonna panic. She's gonna be in a bad mood or thinking, you know, probably 1,000 times more than me.
So you try and protect her in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, what you've described as, again, someone who doesn't know you well would say you're a guy who's had a great career, right? You've done things in the right way. You've made big decisions on your career itself, but you've still been successful regardless. You're a family man. You love your wife. You're obviously a big romantic at heart. These are all the cornerstones of what makes a great leader, and what makes a hero. So again, going back to my earlier point, do you think you can be doing more to help represent and build that hope amongst more people?
For sure. You know, there is always room to do more, and there is always room to, you know, give people more from the knowledge and the experience and your vision. You know, a lot of people approach me on social media. Yeah. And I give advices, and you know, business advices, sports advices, life, father advices, and you know, all kind of advices. And this is, if you take this to, you know, and expand it to people, and I do speeches, I do talks related to motivation talks, success, leadership, sports, lifestyle, healthy life. Trust me, when I walk off the stage or in the colleges or schools or any conference I'm in, it will be my best time.
It's a great feeling. Huh?
Yeah, just to talk to people. Yeah. Q&As and talking and experiencing.
You can see it in their eyes when you know you're inspiring them.
And especially when you talk, people doesn't want to know the quotes, doesn't want to listen about or hear the quotes or the wonderful words, or, you know, people wants to know what happened to you, what you've passed, and, you know, through your life, the obstacles and the challenges, stories that you faced and how you did overcome them. And this is where I see the most engagement.
And you know why? You know why? Because no one can relate to you based on your success.
Definitely.
But people can relate to you based on the challenges that you faced.
Exactly.
So they're like, okay, Fadi can go through it, and I'm going through it, then there's hope.
Exactly.
Again, that word hope is such a powerful thing. You ready to have a bit of fun?
Yalla.
Okay, on my left, there's a bag with a bunch of different balls in it. There are golf balls. I like golf. I was trying to get mini basketballs, but I'm not sure they would fit in the bag.
I didn't know. I tried the golf.
Yeah, it's not for you. Lebanese people don't like golf in general. Right?
No, I wanted to try, you know, because all athletes, you know, I've seen Michael Jordan playing golf, Stephen Curry playing golf. Let's go try.
Okay. Anyway, look, let's take out a bag. So in the bag, there's a bunch of balls. If you can take the bag and just read one ball out, and then we'll have a conversation about it.
Yalla. Let's see.
You've got a couple of fun ones in there, and then some more thought-provoking ones.
Your 5-player dream team.
You just mentioned, you talk about Michael Jordan. Right, so if you could pick 5 players, dream team.
That's 4, you know, without Michael Jordan.
So Michael Jordan's in it?
Yeah.
By the way, it doesn't have to be basketball dream team. It can be any dream team.
Yeah?
Yeah, any dream team.
Okay. Internationally,
it
locally?
It can be anything you like. It's your question. So what is your 5-player dream team?
Okay. Michael Jordan, definitely.
Okay. Is he the GOAT?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
My best player in the history.
Could you take him one-on-one?
One on who? I stayed with him 2 months
Oh, really?
practicing.
Could you take him? Could you take him one-on-one?
No. No one can take Michael Jordan one-on-one.
Does he have a weakness as a basketball player?
Every single person have a weakness.
What's his?
You know, I couldn't find out, but there is weakness in every person. So I don't know his weakness.
Yeah.
I wish I knew, but he's
Something else, huh?
is what's in here is everything in his career.
Okay.
Everything. He's mentally out of the world. Tough. So you see Michael Jordan, the great entrepreneur, fun guy, whatsoever, on the court, opposite, different, completely different.
Yeah.
Completely. So Michael Jordan, yes. To my dad.
Okay. Was he any good at basketball? Was he any good at basketball as well? No. But he was good with the belt, I'm guessing.
I mean, because he's, I'll say my dad and mom as a second player, because they've raised me well. You know, my dad was tough, and this toughness made me a great man and a responsible man in my life. And it's something and my mom was very emotional.
Loving, compassionate.
Yeah. To her, very dedicated to her kids, and so she was, you play the bad cup and the good cup, and it made us a great people, well raised. So that's great. 3, man, it's tough. My wife. You
wouldn't survive the evening if you didn't say that. Yeah, it's a good call. Hannah, you did well.
Yeah, I mean, she was behind every single bad decision and good decision I've made. She was supportive. She went into a lot of hassles in our life, getting married and without honeymoon, without any trips, without any vacations, for years. Because end season, you go into national team, 1 month and a half, you go back to season, finish, for years. And traveling, playing overseas, taking her with me, then, you go back. And it's tough. And she was there, with the good times and the bad times. And I've seen, Fadi for her is everything, same, vice versa. So I can't, call the 5 players without mentioning Hannah. I don't want to go into the kids because we'll end up finishing the 5 players.
You got 2 more.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Is he the GOAT?
For me, yes. He might be not the best or the most talented, skilled player, but I call him the GOAT because of the dedication and the commitment and the awareness he still gives to people. And, he's at that age, and look at him. This is what you need to get out of a player.
Yeah. He
scored a lot of goals, probably the most. He made a lot of championships. That's not what's all about. What's all about is what he's giving back to people. What he's educating athletes now, that you can go up to 40 years old and look at the shape, look at the performance. National team, he's in there, he's performing. So he's up there. He's the GOAT.
One more. I mean, I've been working out a little bit. I don't know if you
Luca.
Can
I'll say Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Is he the heir? He was the natural heir.
He's the second after Michael Jordan. Okay. Mamba.
Amazing. Let's do the next question.
We'll try to be fast on this. Fail fast or succeed slow? Fail fast.
So you talked a lot about, learning how to fail. Is it better to fail quickly, and or succeed in a slow manner?
Yeah.
You think fail fast is
more? Fail fast will lead to succeed either slowly or quickly. It's up to you.
How many businesses do you have at the moment?
4.
Okay. How many businesses did you set up that that weren't successful?
2
Okay. So
major.
Okay, so 6, 4 were successful. I'm guessing 2 were not successful.
Yeah.
What are the biggest learnings?
But 2 were the first ones
Yeah. Okay.
in my career.
So why weren't they successful?
I wasn't I wasn't involved a lot, and I've done it with my close friends, and this is, a lesson that everyone needs.
Don't go into business with your buddies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with your close ones.
Yeah.
And have roles. If you want to go with your friend or someone you know.
Define who does what
Exactly.
their scope is.
Exactly.
If it's not clear from the beginning, it's messy.
Yeah.
Very good. Next ball. We want to roll.
Yallah.
Let's see how many we can get through.
Challenges of modern day athlete.
What are the biggest challenges facing now, like people like your son? So athletes that are just coming into the world and who want to make a name for themselves.
Decisions. Where to go and how to go and what to do, which direction they need to take. Especially when, you go high school, you go college, you go teams with good offers, or you go EuroLeague, and especially that if you're talented, it's a decision career thing.
How important is the person, like an agent or the parents? How big a role should they be playing in
A lot.
determining the decision making for the athlete themselves?
The agents and the parents, if the parents have the knowledge and the know-how, they can be involved. But the agents and the parents, they need to be aligned. Definitely, we're not talking about the work ethic, about their commitment, dedication, faith. As an athlete, you need to have this. We're talking about if they have all this and they're talented enough, what decision they need to take to reach a proper level.
Do you agree with the notion that it's harder today to become a successful athlete than it was 10, 15 years ago?
It's easier.
It's easier now?
Yeah, definitely.
Why is it easier?
Because I will tell you a small story. NCAA, back in the days, if you're a player or you're a pro, you cannot go to NCAA if you played pro. Now the endorsement, the commercial part in NCAA is huge. You can reach $1 million from endorsement and paid just to go to the NCAA. You have overtime, you have the Europe part is.
But these are the financial benefits. What about?
No. Even the game of basketball.
It's easier now.
No, definitely.
Is it?
The rules and everything. If you watch the defensive rules that NBA used to have before, it's way tougher than now. Yeah.
Most people would say it's harder now. It's harder to make it because the competition is so high. Plus, athletes now have to be media well trained versus they say 10, 15 years ago.
So it's commercial.
So yeah, but they have to watch what they say. They've got to watch what they eat. They've got to watch what they do, who they hang out with from an age of 19, 20. I mean, if you're a 19, 20-year-old kid, you're still a kid. You still want to hang out with your friends, but you're now conditioned in a way that to be successful, you've got to walk such a tight rope.
Back in the days, you didn't have social media, you didn't have all the media, all this. So it was always talent, skills. If you're not skilled, you're not talented, you're not tough, you cannot make it.
But now you can make it if you have a bit of everything else.
So it's commercial. Everyone, NCAA now is more commercial than before. And this is all because of the media, social media, everything.
If you could go back yourself and change a decision that you made when you were a kid or younger, you wouldn't change anything?
I just said it.
Okay.
Would you?
I might have come to Dubai quicker.
Yeah.
I was living in the UK for a while. The weather, I don't know how often you go to London, but it's not great. And the tax, it's not great either. But I think I think the big decisions I've got right. The small ones, in the grand scheme of things, who really cares about them? But I think no regrets on the big decisions. Absolutely.
What's the best decision you've taken?
Marrying
Russia?
my wife. Best decision I ever took was to challenge myself what I'm doing now. Yeah. This is out of my comfort zone. I've been used to a 9 to 5, running a business, doing all kinds of things.
Nice.
So I'm taking a risk doing things like this.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Appreciate it. Welcome. You're a friend of the you're a friend of the show now.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it, you know, and I think I would have regretted it in 5-10 years time if I had not done it. So it's always better to do something rather than not to do it and then to regret for the rest of your life.
Isn't it the best thing when you do something and it's your passion
100%,
and it's your
100%. And if you're good at it, and if you like doing it, and you can make a career somehow out of it, that's the holy grail.
I think if there is passion and you're happy about what you're doing, then you will be good in it.
Yeah.
You know, you might train yourself a couple of times, but if this is your passion and you're happy, and this is making you really happy, you can train on doing it in a proper way.
Look, I love meeting people. I wouldn't have been able to meet people like you had I not been doing this. So it's understanding, learning, hearing, these things that I enjoy doing. So for me, this is easy. This is literally like breathing, being able just to talk to you. Forget the cameras, forget the fact that I'm in my house and I'm having a conversation with the great guy. So if I can make a career out of it, then fantastic. So
Amazing.
I'm very happy. Should we do another ball?
Yalla.
Oh, he's already ready. Look at that. Those
Sport.
giant hands.
Sport as a weapon, true or false?
Okay, so sport as a weapon, for good and for bad. It can galvanize a country, and people can use the success of that team for their own agendas, right? So it can be used as a weapon. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Yeah.
How has it been used in your...
Politics.
But how has it been used?
Man, every team in Lebanon, every party used and still sponsoring a team. Because they know they cannot get into people because they know basketball is number one sports in Lebanon. You watch Riyad Hikmeh now, full house. So if they sponsor, say, any team, now it's slower because political parties, they don't have a lot of funds anymore like they used to have before. But when they used to sponsor teams, they used it as weapons. And clashes, man.
And as a player, how do you feel? Because you know you're going to, any game you win...
Bad.
You feel bad, right?
Bad, because in every team you have different religious, and different people with these parties, people with players with these parties, and you see the team they're playing with supporting the other party. You know, it's headache.
So let's say you win a game, right? Yeah. And then someone that you don't like wants to use your success for their benefit. How do you feel then? You're kind of like...
For me, I've never been with any party.
Okay.
That's...
so you've remained neutral throughout.
I used, I still, Rafi Hariri is my favorite guy. But, other than this, you feel that, guys, why you're taking us to your side? And
but this is not exclusive to Lebanon. This happens everywhere in the world.
Know. But in Lebanon, it was more because it's a small country. Yeah. And, the parties really, Luca was fighting inside basketball. Fighting. War. It's not on streets. It's inside the basketball.
It's on the court.
Yeah.
So other players, did you feel they enjoyed being used sometimes for their own benefit? They'd advance their own careers?
No. Athletes usually, they don't get into... Couple, probably, But the major ones, they don't go into politics. Okay. They want to keep their image away from politics.
Is that what you're teaching your sons?
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah.
Your son now, he's playing for Fenerbahce.
No, he used to be in Fener. He got an offer now from Fener and 2 other EuroLeague teams. Yeah. He's now in Canada. Okay. They won the nation in the high school, and they're continuing there. It's a decision we had to take and, move away from, even if they have high offers from EuroLeague, but for him to be drafted or to look to the draft of 2026-27, he needs to be an NCAA.
By the way, on Wikipedia, if you look you up, your career is still active.
Yeah, I don't know.
Check it out. It's literally from when you started playing in 1999 or 1997. What was it?
1997.
1997 to present. So you're still an active player according to
nice.
Wikipedia. Are you still playing?
No.
No?
I play paddle.
You play paddle? Are you any good? Are you aggressive?
I'm smart.
Okay. You're
But,
smart. Okay.
Yeah, smart, but when I finish,
Yeah.
I finish.
So do you ever play squash or tennis before?
No.
Okay.
But I'm really good in it.
Everyone's playing paddle these days.
I love it.
It's like taking over the world.
I
Where was
love
it 5 years ago? You know.
No. Paddle burns a lot of calories. If you play active paddle, you go up with 1,200. I'm on my watch. I was like 1,100, 1,200 calories.
Yeah.
Because I play active paddle.
What's it like if you're the partner of Fadi El Khatib? Like, do you just dominate the entire side of the court? So anytime the ball's coming out, you just
This is the funny part in it. I'm a competitive person.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have guessed.
No. I'm competitive in everything. Luca, I'm not fun. I'm not fun to be with or to be partnered up in paddle, especially if you're going to play for fun.
Okay. There's no fun, but there is no fun for you, right?
Let's go, have fun.
Yeah.
I was like, Hannah, I was like sitting with her last time. Babe, I want to enjoy. I want to have fun when I'm playing paddle. I'm not being able. She's like, why? It's like, I'm very competitive, in a way that there is no losing. I take it as I'm competing in basketball.
Of course.
So Abid, my friend, my close friend, when we were playing together, it's like, Fadi, and have fun, enjoy. And, if there is a ball bounced out and it's, in or out, I go nuts, like, no, it's out. And it was like, Fadi, they're playing at champs.
Yeah.
They're, your visitors. It's fine, let it go. No, I won't let it go.
I'm not playing with you again.
Yeah.
Next ball, let's do it.
Tiger versus Black Mamba.
Okay.
Who wins?
Yeah,
Black Mamba.
Well, hold on. The tiger versus the black mamba.
Yeah.
Now, Animal Kingdom. Forget basketball for
tiger.
now. Would a tiger beat a black mamba?
Beat?
Yeah,
Definitely.
in a fight?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
On the basketball court, you could take Kobe. You could have taken him.
No.
No? No. Little bit of an elbow here.
No.
bit
There
of a
is
push
some,
there.
definitely on certain part, and probably if I'm in my comfort zone and I had, maybe 1 out of 50, I might beat him once.
Okay.
But you're talking about one of the best players that ever played basketball in the world, and the most committed and dedicated player that came to the history of basketball. He's more committed than Michael Jordan in terms of work ethics. So he's up there. I used to hate Kobe Bryant until I saw him, that committed. Mentally, he's up there, dedicated, family.
So you mentioned that about Jordan and Ronaldo and him. So it's the mental side that you admired most.
Yeah. It's not skills.
Yeah, it's the mental
You've
side.
you'll see Kyrie Irving, the most skilled player probably. But for me, is not always about skills and talent. It's up here.
Have you ever highlighted your hair since that championship? Have you ever put blonde
No.
highlights?
No,
That was
no.
the one time and only time,
That's it.
and that
The
name
highlight.
just stuck.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it?
The name was the Golden Head.
The golden head. Okay.
Then Tony came up with the tiger thing. Yeah.
And you got a bar called Tigers or something, right? Or you had was it a
Diner.
restaurant? Diner.
Restaurant,
Yeah. Nice.
Lebanon and Egypt.
Nice. I think we've got 2 more. Let's see what we've got. You enjoying my bag of balls?
I love it.
There you go.
Lead a team or lead a country?
So you're a leader. You're a natural-born team leader. And I know you refer to your employees, people that work with you, as part of a team. You're not the boss, you're the leader. Would you rather lead a team, or would you rather, in fact, actually start to lead a country? And it doesn't necessarily need to be that figurehead, but it can be that person that can help inspire and share that hope, bring that hope.
I mean, if you're up to that level, leading a country, I will choose definitely, especially in our country now in Lebanon, that you need a decision maker. You need someone that,
What's the first thing you would do? First thing.
take all the politicians out completely.
You take them out, or
No,
or
book for them,
Okay.
plane,
Okay.
send them anywhere,
One-way trip.
one-way trip.
Where are they going?
I don't know. They can pick. I'll give them the privilege to pick.
Very generous of you.
Yeah.
First class ticket or economy ticket?
Whatever they want.
Come in.
Cargo, first class, business class. Yeah.
Very good.
But definitely one-way ticket and move forward. I've said it, in my podcast. I wish Lebanon lend or give Emirates the privilege to come, rule the country, shape it up, 10 years, give it back with a proper structure, proper leader to take over. This is my hope in life. It's like, when you enter, your company is bankrupt, you go to a financial institution, come please, structure everything for me, recap, and then give it back to me. This is the same thing. And I will choose definitely the rulers of Emirates, the leaders of Emirates, because they've done the best, the best out of the best countries in the world. It's the best country. I wouldn't be, if I choose where I want to retire and end my career, it will be Emirates.
Over Beirut.
Yeah.
But you're a big fan of Beirut. You're a big
I
fan
love
of Lebanon.
Beirut to death.
Yeah.
But they kicked us out. Literally, they kicked us out. I was like, we've done what we've done, and businesses and everything, and at the end of the day, politics, religion, parties won on everything, and it's still ongoing.
And like you said, it's
And people didn't learn.
Yeah.
There's no lessons out of
And
this.
it's easier to destroy than it is to build, right? And when people see someone being super successful, all they want to do is tear them down, bring them back to
I
their
had this throughout my entire life.
But if you could, you'd rather lead a country. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iconic player or play the icon.
So, would you describe yourself as an iconic player, or are you now feeling yourself that you have to play the role of an icon to people? To play on words.
No, play the icon. It's better always to send awareness and show people the right things and what you've passed into your life and how you overcome it and the challenges and everything, instead of being an iconic player.
Yeah. And what's the best compliment you've got from one of these people?
You changed our life into a healthy, proper lifestyle. We're working out, we're maintaining our food, we're doing the programs, we're following you, we're seeing you. This is the best message.
You want to get people off the
And
couch.
especially when it comes to family, Yeah.
You want to get people off the couch. You want people to get active,
Yeah.
to be healthy, and to be positive.
A lot.
You're a big advocate. You only sleep 5 hours, 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
How do you function on that? I mean, you're units. You're huge.
I
You should go in for like 16
Man,
hours sleep
this-
to
this-
rest those
yeah,
muscles. Huh?
This thing
Yeah.
is going crazy.
Yeah, it's going mental.
The whoop is
Can you give it to me so I feel better about myself?
yeah. No.
Give it to me on loan, right? For today.
Trust me.
Yeah.
If you'll see the numbers, you'll be depressed.
I know.
It's always showing red on sleeping, red on recovery. Strain is always full.
How many calories do you have to feed yourself just to keep that shape?
Well, I manage. When when
10,000, 5,000?
no,
what do
when
you do?
I'm 4,000 plus and losing calories,
Yeah.
I eat healthy calories, good calories.
Yeah.
3,000 a day, 2,900 non-active day. I manage, but yeah, you'll say 3,500 calories I need every day, 3,000 to 4,000 calories.
I've noticed how your legs are retreating. I seem to be winning the
You
leg.
don't work out?
I'm winning. Fadi, Akid.
You do?
Can't you tell?
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Into health?
I'm trying to work out 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Combination of gym plus either paddle or football. I love playing
Here
football.
we go. We have.
Because I'm winning the leg war. I'm destroying your
But
zone
yeah,
over here.
but we have a talk now over here. So you're going to gym
Yes.
and you're playing paddle,
Yes.
and your wife is going to the gym,
Yes.
and she's friend of my brother.
I know where this
and
is
I'm
going.
here on the show.
I know where this is going.
Okay, here we go. So we have
Next week, I'm coming next week. Champs all the way. I've actually been there a few times. I used to play football. Yeah, I used to play football there.
So the football is paddle now.
Ah, that's probably why I don't go there anymore. Yeah.
No, but you love it.
Okay. Do you want to play doubles match?
Yalla,
Is your wife any good?
not bad.
My wife is, she's Steffi Graf of paddle.
Yeah, that's I can see your face, man. I can see the smile. You hold it up
100%.
really good.
Well, let's go to the next ball. Let's go to the next.
NBA, regretful or enjoyment?
Okay, so the NBA. Do you ever watch it and go, you know what? I would have quite liked to have played, or do you just now sit back and just enjoy it? Do you have just a tinge of regret, or do you?
No, I was picked in 2003 to the Clippers, and I was really, when they didn't release me in Lebanon, I was really sad, and I ended up crying a lot. But you know what? And trust me, I swear on my kids, I don't regret, because after that, I made what I've made in Lebanon. I'm super honored, and the pride I had is unbelievable. And still, I had an amazing family, amazing kids. Probably I wouldn't have them if I wouldn't, if I would go to the NBA. And I had an amazing career, I would say, not regretful, I would say I wish my kids will do what I didn't do, which is achieving the NBA, because this is the only thing I didn't achieve.
Can I give you a theory?
Yeah.
My theory is the why people love you so much in Lebanon is because you never turned your back on Lebanon.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of players or actors, actresses, singers who are Lebanese, but they've never really come to Lebanon. They don't really advocate for Lebanon. Yeah. But you were a star. You could have gone.
Yeah.
And you stayed.
Yeah.
And that brings hope. That brings, again, going back to that word, it brings a sense of pride back into the country. And that's what you represent. When
exactly.
when I, again, there are so many people, every time I say, oh, I'm going to meet with Fadi tomorrow. Oh, really? Oh, it's amazing, man. He's such a great guy. He's amazing. The light on people's faces when I mention your name is astonishing. And I don't think there's anyone else in Lebanon. And the fact, again, I heard about you in the UK, right? And I don't like basketball. I barely understand the rules. Barely, by the way. I had to do a bit of research. I'm a football guy, I'm a tennis guy, I'm a golf guy. But the way you make people feel is phenomenal. And I think the fact that you never went to the NBA actually was not the reason, but it added to that. It added to that kind of, that sense of pride.
Luca, I swear, it's not that I'm showing off or... When I had the contract in Europe, and I left the contract after 5 months, because I couldn't live outside Beirut, the contract I had, when the coach in Lebanon knew I'm coming back, he said, you're kidding. I told him I'm coming back. He said, they won't let you go. They paid $200,000 only to take the release from us. You're getting millions per year. And you're leaving, you're coming back for, I don't know, the percentage. I was like, yes. He said, you're insane. You're not doing it. I'm not letting you to do it. I said, coach, I'm coming back to the team. They couldn't believe. And the reason was I couldn't live outside Beirut. Literally. When I got shot in the revolution on my shoulder, the other guy next to me, his eye, he got shot in his eye. I was there, I could have died for Beirut. I have family, I have kids, I have business, I have, my life is going well. Why I should do this? Why I should be on streets? Show off? I don't need. Everyone knows that I love Lebanon. So I went there because I couldn't believe what's happening to Beirut, to our city, to where we grew up, and this is where, khalas, I felt I'm gonna destroy every single person who comes into my in my face. So that much I love Lebanon and Beirut.
Lebanon.
You tell me, and they always say, yeah, Lebanon is not a hotel or Beirut is not a hotel. You leave whenever you come. No, we have, I have a vision. I'm a productive person. I want to grow my business. I want to grow my career. I want my kids to be in a safe environment, to grow up in a safe environment. I don't want to die walking on the street with a bomb and my daughter is next to me. So there is, we think our business is there. We go there. We visit Lebanon. I go monthly to Lebanon. This is another story.
So it's fair to say your head is in Dubai, but your heart is in Beirut.
My heart is Dubai and Beirut.
Okay.
I love Dubai to death.
Even in summer?
In summer, I go tan. I swear. I love Dubai a lot. It's like Dubai to me is everything now. I saw the respect. I saw how they admire people. I saw there is no different. He's Muslim, he's Christian, he's Buddhist, he's Indian, he's whatsoever. Zero. 3 things don't get into: politics, security, safety, and religion. Stay out, don't talk, don't interfere, and live the most happiest life you can.
So what's next for you, Fadi?
Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
What are you going to be doing? Is there something that you could...
Growing champs.
Okay.
Growing champs.
Okay.
Getting into... This is...
You can.
Scoop.
Okay. Go for it.
And you're the only one, the first one, and the last one who will...
Appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm doing a huge brand under... not Fadi El Khatib, but the name will be affiliated to me. It's gonna be one of the biggest and best energy drinks, pre-workout, and hydration drinks. So
Amazing.
It's a one brand that have pre-workout, energy drink, and a hydration vitamin drink in process. The name is branding is process, tasting process, everything is process. It's coming from one of the biggest factories in Europe that produce this, and I believe we're going internationally, not
Amazing.
only. Yeah.
Amazing.
So this is
I wish you all the very best. You're gonna bring it next time you come on.
I promise.
Get me a little sample.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're gonna drink it in champs.
I'm gonna drink it in champs when I'm beating you a paddle with my wife, Steffi Graf. Fadi, you're a great guy.
Thank you.
I started off by saying you're 1.98 m. I'll give you the extra 2 centimeters. You're 2 meters tall. You're a monster of a man in every way.
Thank you.
Real pleasure getting to know you.
Pleasure's
and
mine.
you deserve all the very best.
Thank you.
And just FYI, Lebanon is lucky to have you.
Habibi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
You're going to be doing great things in this show, and you're doing it extremely well. And good luck for you and Rasha, and full support.
Habibi. You heard it from Fadi. Please like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for the next episode of The Inside Track.